Why did everyone in Davenport, Iowa, see the same UFO? On a quiet October night, the small town of Davenport, Iowa, was shaken by an event that would forever change the lives of its residents. What you are about to see is incredible, a story that changed the course of history and has been hidden for years. Prepare to discover the truth behind a secret that experts don't want you to know. In this video, you will follow the journey of Emily Thompson, an investigative journalist determined to unravel the mystery that no one has been able to solve. Alongside Dr. Robert Harris, a renowned ufologist and scientist, they will reveal what happens when an entire city witnesses the same inexplicable phenomenon. But what is even more incredible is that, by the end of this video, we will reveal something unbelievable and mysterious that will leave you perplexed. Are you ready to know the truth? Then keep watching. Now, I need to remind you to subscribe to our channel, so you can help us reach our first 1,000 subscribers. Can I count on you? Thank you very much. On a cold October night, Sarah Miller, a resident of Davenport, Iowa, was returning home after a long day at work. The air was chilly, and the fallen leaves crunched under her feet as she walked through the quiet streets of the town. The full moon lit up the sky, casting long, unsettling shadows around her. Suddenly, something in the sky caught her attention. A bright, pulsating light that seemed to hover over the city. Sarah stopped, her heart beating faster as she watched the light move slowly, as if studying the landscape below. The light was an intense white, with edges that seemed to vibrate in shades of blue and green. It was something she had never seen before, and the sight left her paralyzed with fear and fascination. Sarah was not alone. Along the street, other residents also saw the mysterious light. Windows opened, and people stepped onto their porches, pointing at the sky with expressions of awe and disbelief. The phone of the local sheriff, Michael Brown, began to ring incessantly. Panicked calls flooded the line, each describing the same inexplicable sight. Michael Brown, a middle-aged man with a long and respected career, knew something strange was happening. He had dealt with unusual situations before, but nothing like this. As he drove through the streets of Davenport, he could see the bright light reflected in the frightened eyes of the residents. He knew he needed to act quickly, but he had no idea what was to come. The most surprising discovery of Davenport was about to be revealed. What started as a quiet October night was turning into an event that would change the lives of everyone in the city. The light in the sky was not just a visual phenomenon, it was a harbinger of something much deeper and mysterious. Emily Thompson, an investigative journalist known for her courage and determination, arrived in Davenport with a single goal: to discover the truth behind the mysterious sightings. With a career full of daring reports and impactful revelations, Emily knew this story had the potential to be the most significant of her life. She landed at the small Davenport airport on a cold and cloudy morning. The air was thick with tension, and the local residents were still shaken by the previous night's event. Emily felt a chill run down her spine as she walked through the streets of the city, observing the worried faces and suspicious glances. Alongside Dr. Robert Harris, a renowned ufologist and scientist, they began interviewing witnesses and collecting evidence. Dr. Harris, with his thin-framed glasses and serious expression, was a respected figure in the field of ufology. His methodical and scientific approach perfectly complemented Emily's investigative passion. Their first stop was the home of Sarah Miller, the resident who had seen the mysterious light. Sarah, still visibly shaken, described the pulsating light in vivid detail. "It was like the sky was alive," she said, her voice trembling. "The light seemed to be watching us, studying every movement." Emily and Robert listened attentively, taking notes and asking detailed questions. They knew that every small detail could be crucial to solving the mystery. Sarah showed them a video she had recorded on her cell phone, a shaky but clear footage of the light in the sky. Dr. Harris analyzed the video with specialized software, looking for patterns and anomalies. Their next stop was the police station, where Sheriff Michael Brown greeted them with a mix of relief and concern. He shared the recordings of the panicked calls, each describing the same bright, pulsating light. "I've never seen anything like this," he admitted, running his hand through his graying hair. "And I don't know what to do next." Emily and Robert spent hours interviewing other witnesses, collecting statements and evidence. Each account was consistent, each description of the light identical. It was as if the entire city had shared the same surreal vision. As they analyzed the evidence, Emily and Robert began to realize that something deeper was happening. The lights in the sky were not just a visual phenomenon. They seemed to be trying to communicate. Dr. Harris discovered patterns in the light pulses that suggested a form of language, a coded message beyond anyone's expectations. A secret that had been hidden for years was about to be revealed. The truth behind this story was more incredible than anyone could imagine. Emily and Robert knew they were on the brink of a discovery that could change everything they knew about life in the universe. And another thing, if you subscribe to our channel now and comment "new subscriber," I'll send you a welcome message, okay? During their investigations, Emily and Robert discovered that the lights in the sky were not just a visual phenomenon. They contained messages, mysterious alien messages that seemed to be trying to communicate with humans. But what did these messages mean? The most emotional story of Davenport was unfolding before their eyes. And this is where the story gets really interesting. Emily and Robert spent hours analyzing the videos and photos captured by the residents of Davenport. Dr. Harris, with his expertise in ufology and data analysis, began to notice patterns in the light pulses. He used advanced software to decode the signals, revealing sequences of light that seemed to follow a specific logic. "These sequences are not random," said Dr. Harris, pointing to the graphs on the computer screen. "They follow a pattern that suggests a form of language. It's as if they are trying to tell us something." Emily, with her investigative gaze, watched intently as Dr. Harris explained his findings. "But what do these messages mean?" she asked, her voice filled with curiosity and determination. Dr. Harris adjusted his glasses and continued. "The light sequences appear to be encoded in binary language. Each light pulse represents a bit of information. If we can decode these bits, we can understand the complete message." They worked tirelessly, decoding each light sequence and piecing together the puzzle. The tension in the air was palpable as they approached the truth. With each new discovery, excitement and fear grew. What could these mysterious alien messages reveal? Finally, after days of intense analysis, they managed to decode the first complete message. It was a series of symbols and numbers that, when translated, formed a simple but impactful phrase: "We are here." Emily and Robert exchanged looks of astonishment and disbelief. "We are here," Emily repeated, her voice trembling. "Does that mean they are among us? Or are they watching from afar?" Dr. Harris pondered for a moment before responding. "It could mean either. But what is clear is that these messages are an attempt at communication. They want us to know they are here." The discovery of these mysterious alien messages was just the beginning. The most emotional story of Davenport was unfolding before their eyes, and each new revelation brought more questions than answers. And this is where the story gets really interesting. As they continued to decode the messages, Emily and Robert began to realize that there was more to it than just simple communication. The messages seemed to contain detailed information about the origin of the beings who sent them, their intentions, and even about humanity itself. "These messages are like an instruction manual," said Dr. Harris, his eyes gleaming with excitement. "They give us clues on how we can communicate back, on how we can better understand these beings." Emily, always the pragmatic journalist, knew that this discovery could have enormous implications. If we can fully understand these messages, we could change the course of human history. But we also need to be prepared for the consequences. The journey of Emily and Robert in Davenport was far from over. Each new discovery took them deeper into the mystery, and each decoded message revealed more about the truth behind the sightings. The most emotional story of Davenport was unfolding before their eyes, and they knew they were on the brink of something truly extraordinary. You also need to know that if you leave a like on this video, YouTube will see that you liked it and will suggest this video to more people. This way, you help our channel. Can I count on you? Thank you very much. When the news of the sighting spread, the government could no longer ignore the case. Reports of mysterious lights in the sky over Davenport began to appear in newspapers and on social media, generating a frenzy of speculation and theories. Public pressure and the need to understand the phenomenon led authorities to act quickly. David Carter, a government agent with a reputation for efficiency and discretion, was sent to Davenport to investigate. His arrival in the city was discreet, but his presence brought even more mystery and tension to the already shaken community. Carter, with his dark suit and serious expression, seemed more like a ghost than a government agent. He moved silently through the streets, observing everything with a critical and calculating gaze. Carter's first stop was the police station, where Sheriff Michael Brown greeted him with a mix of relief and apprehension. "We're glad to have helped," said Brown, trying to hide his concern. "But we need to know what's happening here." Carter nodded, his dark eyes fixed on the sheriff. "I'm here to find out exactly that," he replied, his voice firm and authoritative. "I need access to all the evidence and statements you've collected." As Carter began his investigation, the tension in the city increased. The residents of Davenport, already nervous about the sightings, now felt the government's presence as an additional threat. Rumors began to circulate about Carter's true intentions and what he might discover. Emily Thompson and Dr. Robert Harris, who were already deeply involved in the investigation, felt the pressure mounting. They knew that Carter's presence could complicate things, but they also saw an opportunity. If they could work together, they might be able to solve the mystery more quickly. Carter, for his part, was aware of Emily and Robert's presence in the city. He approached them in a local cafe, where they were reviewing their notes. "I'm David Carter," he said, extending his hand. "I understand you're investigating the sightings. I'd like to collaborate." Emily and Robert exchanged cautious glances but accepted the offer. They knew that cooperating with the government could bring additional resources and access to classified information. Together, the three began to review the evidence, sharing their findings and theories. Carter's presence brought a new dynamic to the investigation. He had access to advanced technologies and a network of information that Emily and Robert did not possess. With his help, they were able to analyze the mysterious alien messages more deeply, revealing new patterns and meanings. But as the investigation progressed, the tension in the city continued to grow. The residents of Davenport felt that something big was about to be revealed, something that could change their lives forever. The true story behind the sightings in Davenport was about to be discovered, and everyone knew that this revelation would be shocking. A case that will leave you perplexed was about to be revealed. The discoveries of Emily, Robert, and Carter were leading them to a truth that no one could have imagined. The city of Davenport, once a quiet community, was now at the center of a mystery that transcended the limits of human understanding. The journey of Emily, Robert, and Carter in Davenport was reaching a critical point. Each new discovery took them deeper into the mystery, and each decoded message revealed more about the truth behind the sightings. The most emotional story of Davenport was unfolding before their eyes, and they knew they were on the brink of something truly extraordinary. This surprising story is already worth your comment, isn't it? So, comment if you know any story like this. Your participation is very important to us. Thank you for that. After weeks of intense investigation, Emily Thompson and Dr. Robert Harris finally managed to decipher the alien messages. The process was arduous and required a combination of scientific analysis, investigative intuition, and a good dose of luck. They spent countless hours analyzing the light patterns, comparing data, and testing theories. The tension and anticipation grew with each new discovery. On a cold night, while the city of Davenport slept, Emily and Robert were awake, working tirelessly in their hotel room. The air was charged with electricity, and the faint light of the desk lamp illuminated their tired but determined faces. Suddenly, Dr. Harris's analysis software emitted a sharp beep, indicating that the decoding was complete. "We did it," said Dr. Harris, his voice trembling with emotion. "The messages are decoded." Emily leaned forward, her eyes gleaming with curiosity. "What do they say?" Dr. Harris adjusted his glasses and began reading the translation on the computer screen. The messages contain information about an extraterrestrial civilization that is trying to make contact with humanity, he said, his voice filled with awe. "They have been observing us for years, studying our evolution and our capacity for understanding." The revelation was shocking. The messages contained details about the origin of the extraterrestrial beings, their advanced technology, and their peaceful intentions. They desired to establish open communication with humanity, share knowledge, and aid in the development of a more advanced and harmonious society. "This changes everything," said Emily, her mind racing with the implications of this discovery. "If these messages are real, then humanity is not alone in the universe. There are other civilizations out there, watching and waiting for the right moment to reveal themselves." Dr. Harris nodded, his eyes fixed on the screen. "They are offering us a unique opportunity, a chance to learn from them, to grow as a species, and to better understand our place in the universe." The discovery of these alien messages was a fact that would change everyone's perspective on life in the universe. The most incredible transformation of Davenport was happening before their eyes. The small town, previously known only for its tranquility and simplicity, was now at the center of an event that transcended the limits of human understanding. As Emily and Robert continued to analyze the messages, they began to realize the magnitude of what they had discovered. The information contained in the messages was detailed and complex, revealing an extraterrestrial civilization with a rich history and technology far beyond human imagination. They are offering us knowledge about clean energy, advanced medicine, and even interstellar travel, said Dr. Harris, his voice filled with admiration. This could transform our society in ways we can't even imagine. Emily, always the pragmatic journalist, knew that this discovery would have enormous implications. We need to share this with the world, she said, her voice firm and determined. But we also need to be prepared for the consequences. This will change everything we know about our existence. The journey of Emily and Robert in Davenport was far from over. Each new discovery took them deeper into the mystery, and each decoded message revealed more about the truth behind the sightings. The most emotional story of Davenport was unfolding before their eyes, and they knew they were on the brink of something truly extraordinary. The city of Davenport, once a quiet community, was now at the center of an event that would change the history of humanity. The revelation of the alien messages was just the beginning. The true transformation was about to happen, and everyone knew that this discovery would be shocking. But let's reveal now something incredible and mysterious that will leave you perplexed. You won't believe what happened next. The truth behind this story is more incredible than anyone could imagine. Prepare to discover what is hidden in Davenport. On a moonless night, while Emily and Robert were about to share their discoveries with the world, something unexpected happened. A bright light, similar to the one seen weeks earlier, appeared again in the sky over Davenport. This time, the light descended slowly, landing in an open field near the city. From within the light, a tall, slender figure with large eyes and a serene expression emerged. It was an extraterrestrial being, and it was there to confirm everything Emily and Robert had discovered. "We are the messengers of the stars," said the being, its voice soft and melodious. "We are here to help humanity evolve and understand its place in the universe. We are ready to share our knowledge and technology, but we need your cooperation and understanding." The appearance of the extraterrestrial being was the final confirmation that humanity was not alone in the universe. The revelation of the alien messages and the arrival of the extraterrestrial being marked the beginning of a new era for humanity, an era of cooperation and learning with civilizations from other worlds. The journey of Emily and Robert in Davenport had reached its climax, but the true transformation was just beginning. The city of Davenport, once a quiet community, was now at the center of an event that would change the history of humanity forever. The revelation of the alien messages and the arrival of the extraterrestrial being were just the beginning of a new era of discoveries and understanding. And so, the story of Davenport became a legend, a milestone in human history that would never be forgotten. The truth behind the sightings in Davenport was revealed, and the world would never be the same. Watch this incredible story being suggested to you now. Until next time, thank you for subscribing.